Hey everyone, Hallie Tally here, digital diva and owner of Knights of Bytes. Today is Friday, August 16th, and I'm here with your daily business cybersecurity briefing. We're continuing on with our cybersecurity basics theme, and today we're going to focus in on what happens when your business falls victim to a cybercrime. How do you bounce back? Now that's a really loaded question because there are a number of things that you do need to do. The biggest thing that you need to have in place though for your business to recover is a breach incident response plan or a disaster recovery plan. Whatever you want to call it, what this plan is it's essentially the roadmap to recovery. The plan should include checklists, task lists, procedures, whatever needs to happen when you fall victim to a cybercrime. That is essentially going to list out those steps to recovery. Now that plan needs to be essentially worked on between your staff and your IT people. It should outline things like how quickly do you expect to be recovered, fully recovered, partially recovered? What are priorities? Is it getting email back up and running? Is it getting access to QuickBooks or your accounting software? Or is it just your files? You need to outline the list of prioritization of items for recovery. You also should outline who does what and when. And if you're one of those folks that is regulated by a industry kind of agency, for example, if you're a medical office, you should also include in your plan who notifies HIPAA when you have a breach. And then what happens when you have that breach? Do you need to notify your clients? When do you talk to your attorney? When do you make a statement? It should include all of that information, and it should be essentially a step-by-step guide for recovery. Now, recovery is not always going to be easy. It can be messy, but having that plan in place will certainly help streamline and minimize those times where it's like everyone's running around not knowing what to do, but they know that they need to do something. So you kind of eliminate the panic sense when you have that cybersecurity plan. Now, it's not going to eliminate all panic by any means, but it should help give your IT folks definitely some sense of direction for recovery when it comes time to that. Now, it should also outline what happens when it's just one computer, when it's all of your computers and your servers. For example, like if you have ransomware, it should outline if it's just one piece of software, all of the softwares that you have for your business. Again, you really need to get detailed with this so that when one thing happens, you are prepared and have that document ready. It should be something that is printed out and also stored online. It should be something that your IT person has a copy of, and then also key personnel in your office. If you're the business owner, and let's say you're always out on the road because you're, selling products, services, whatever, and you have an office manager, make sure your office manager has access to it. When your staff notices that something's wrong, make sure they know what to do. So if your office manager is the one who has the plan, but your staff doesn't know what the first step is, if they're supposed to notify the office manager that they think they may have a virus, you need to make sure that that is included in the plan. Finally, when it comes to your breach incident response plan or your disaster recovery plan, having it written down and stored online is great. However, you do need to test it. Now, you don't need to do a full, go into crazy mode where completely down for days, but you should simulate what happens when one computer goes offline or you don't have access to email. Go through your checklist in your plan. Do all the steps make sense in the order that they are in? Do you need to rearrange some steps? Are you missing steps? Is it too detailed? Again, having a plan is only the start. You really need to make sure that you're testing it so that when the time comes, those steps are in the right order, everyone knows what they're supposed to do, and getting back to recovery is more simple this way than it is if you just use hope. If you have any questions, please post them below, or you can send me an email to htally@knightsofbytes.com. You can always share, like, and follow these videos on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels. And have a great day, everyone, and safe computing.